or who you can introduce them to. Our friends over at Extreme Relationship Management says that everybody you meet has a value, and they kind of get put in a certain bucket. You know, this is a potential prospect, this is a potential vendor, this is a potential power partner, this is a potential referral partner. So you're kind of thinking about how you can put them in those referral buckets to follow up with later. Oh, shoot, I just lost my train of thought.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I remember now. So your time is limited, and so often somebody will say something, and it triggers a story for you. It triggers something that happened to you. It triggers something personal, right? A memory, like, ooh, that happened to me, or, ooh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me tell you my story. And yet this is their time to talk.
It's their time to talk.
And so you have to bite your tongue. Listen, let them finish their story, let them have their moment, and don't steal that.
And then if it's appropriate, you can add your story to it.
I was listening to an interview with Tom Hanks. A gentleman was interviewing Tom Hanks, and I think it was like on the airplane. It was like something on the airplane, and the interviewer kept
one-upping.
Interrupting, like, oh yeah, and I remember, and then, oh, but you were in this movie, and this happened, and it was so distracting to me to watch this interview. Tom handled it gracefully, and it was beautiful. But as the interviewer, I thought, amateur.
All right, and finally, when you're out there networking, remember to be nice. Remember, what goes around does come around, and you don't, one of the famous lines from Carrie Conley is, I don't want to be that girl. Well, you don't want to be that guy or that girl who everybody's looking at and saying, you know what, that was rude, or that person is rude. Could you believe what they said? We were at an event a couple of weeks ago, and somebody was telling us what they did for a living, and somebody had overheard what they did for a living and said, yeah, that never works. That line of business just stinks.
Oh,
and
it was. Like, really? They said that out loud? Now, sometimes we do, right? We open our mouth, and we can't believe, like, again, I started to say that. I can't stop it. It's already on its way out, so I need to finish it. And so you say it, and then how about you just apologize? Like, I am so sorry. That is your line of industry, your line of work. You probably are far more the expert than I could ever be.
And then go stand in the corner.
Based on a one-off experience that I had, and I need to go eat something. I'll be back when I can be more pleasant.
So there's some networking goals, rules, if you will, and gosh, special thanks to Jeff Shore for providing the inspiration for this conversation. Hopefully you found that helpful. When we come back, we're going to give you some unfair marketing advantages. We're going all the way around the world. Michael Russo is up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Burt Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Burt Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Burt Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Burt directly 970-485-5955.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
You know, the last time I was on Denver radio, Rocky Mountain High was just a song. Hi, everybody. It's me, America's Mr. Right, Jason Lewis. Join me weeknights at 7 for the Jason Lewis Show on KLZ 560, The Source.
Every business has its own unique set of challenges, and yours is no different. The Experience Pros are your collaborative partners as they present solutions to common issues in business. And now, it's time for Up and Over from Down Under, featuring serial entrepreneur Michael Russo.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. It is time to go up and over from Down Under with our good friend Michael DeRusso, who is going to give us more unfair marketing advice.
Absolutely, because, rivers are flowing. Michael, welcome.
Thank you. Yes, unfair is the name of the game. That's the way you win.
Oh, hey, you don't usually think of unfair as being the way you win. You always hear the people saying it's not fair, and they're mad about it.
Stop whining.
I had a client I spoke to yesterday, actually, and he was going on about, what he's going to do for a campaign, what he's going to come up with, and, marketing, blah, 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 blah. I said, look, just shut up for a second. What are you trying to do? And he told me what he was trying to do. I said, look, this is not hard. This is not in school. We're not in uni anymore. Okay, just go out and find whoever you admire the most in your industry and copy and paste their marketing campaigns. He said, no, I can't do that. I said, what are you talking about? They're doing what you want to do? Yes. We'll just go and find out what they're doing, and then we'll just apply the same marketing techniques to your business. Very simple. This is not high school. You can plagiarize all you want.
Well, they say if you steal directly from one person, that is plagiarism. But if you steal from several people,
it's research.
Research.
Is that what they say?
Michael,
classic.
You've been taking us on a journey of this campaign that you are working on with several youth, and it's called Team World Challenge. Catch us up on where we're at and what's going on and how this applies to what we do out here.
Okay, so World Challenge Team 2014, and what we're trying to do with the campaign is raise some money for these kids to get to Vietnam and Laos at the end of the year. And, rather than try and ask for a handout, what the kids have actually done is put together a campaign. We've got a big event happening and trying to raise money and all that sort of stuff. So one of the challenges we've had over the last couple of weeks, and we've sort of done our pitch to the media literally in the last sort of 14 days, is how to get the media's attention. So what I thought I'd do today is just give you a rundown of what we've done personally for the campaign to do that. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this campaign was for kids, so our biggest asset was the fact that we have these kids available. And, Angel, you, Eric, and me, whatever we do, we're never going to get the same sort of airtime or coverage as a bunch of kids would. They just have a bigger appeal. We have to do a lot more to get people to listen to us than what a bunch of kids would if they pitch it correctly. So we use that, and we got them standing up, waving a bunch of signs around. For example, I don't know, do you have like a sunrise show, morning show on television over there?
We
Sure.
We do. We have a couple of different ones. Different stations have their kind of very early morning shows.
Okay, so we have something similar over here. They're probably all modelled off the US ones anyway. So we did a pitch, for example, for the Sunrise Show. And what we did is we got a bunch of kids standing in front of the camera going, "Hey!" And they got a big handwritten sign saying sunrise, and it says, "When we wake up in the morning, we wake up with the sunrise." And all the kids point to the sign and they wave and they go yell, and it's all very exciting. The point of the video is to try and get whoever's watching it in the first 2 or 3 seconds to sort of stop whatever they're doing, open it up and go, "Wow!" You know, and the best way to do that is to use their name. All right. I mean, the thing people will pay attention to most is your name. So we shot all the videos for a whole bunch of different media outlets. I think we must have shot maybe upwards of 20 videos. And here's the trick, though. The actual video we shot was exactly the same for every single media outlet. So we actually shot the main video saying, "Hey, guess what? We're a group of enterprising high school students. We're doing this, that, and the other, and we're a great story to cover. Here's why." And so we gave them the pitch. We told them why we were a great story to cover, and then we actually listed 4 or 5 different ways that they could use our story as a good angle on their programs. Whether it was television, newspaper, or radio, it didn't matter. We basically told them exactly what they needed to do their job. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And I would imagine, you know, out there as well as here, there are producers of television and radio shows who are looking for just exactly that content, and because you've done the work for them, it makes it easy for them to say yes.
Exactly. So that's the idea. And so the real trick to what we did here, keep in mind you want to systemize everything you're doing. I mean, I'm all about efficiency and, you know, let's do things outside of the box and all that sort of stuff, but we want to be efficient in what we're doing. So what we actually did is we shot the main video with the kids, and then we topped and tailed it for the individual outlets. So, for example, for Sunrise, we did like a top piece for the video. You know, we love to see the sunrise, blah, yeah, very exciting, we're all very happy. And then at the end, it's like, "Thanks for covering our story, Sunrise," and we shake the video again with a big thank you sign, you know, that sort of thing. And then we did one of those for every single media outlet that we looked at, whether it was newspaper, radio, television, didn't matter. We did one of those videos, and we sort of had a predetermined list, of course. Here's the trick, though. I want you to imagine, Eric, you're on, you know, Experience Pros radio show, the #1 radio show on the planet, and all of a sudden you get this video, you know, a bunch of kids saying, "We want to be on Experience Pros, we think you guys are fantastic, we've got a great story, we want you guys to cover us for your next marketing program, blah, 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 blah." And you look at this and you go, "Oh, wow, that's fantastic." So you click the link, you go to their YouTube channel, and all of a sudden you see 20 other videos identical to yours with very, you know, minor variations in the top and tail of the video, all for your competition. How would that make you feel?
I would be less enamored with the with the pitch.
That's right. So here's a little trick that you do. When you're sending out videos to the media, you unlist them on YouTube. So when you put them onto your YouTube channel, there's an option that says, you know, do you want this public, private, or unlisted? Now, you don't necessarily need to make it a private video, but if you just click the unlisted, it won't actually come up with any search criteria. So I can actually send out an email to the producer of the Sunrise Show, who, of course, we had all the details for. We put that little link in the video for that video, and all they're going to see is that video for them. It's a private link. They'll see all the other videos we have, of course, that are public, but all the other unlisted ones they're not going to see. So they're not going to see any of the other media pitch videos that we did. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, but they can still see it. The link that you send to them will still work, so they can still see their own.
Yeah,
and it doesn't look like a template, a mass-produced, we did the same for you and we did the same for them and you're not special.
I'm just letting you know, if they ever send me one, it's over, Michael.
It's over?
Because I know.
No.
I know there's 100 of them.
So what you do with these videos, right, that's how you systemize trying to get into the media, and then it's just about leveraging. You know, it's just about climbing the media ladder. Oh, hey, we got some newspaper coverage. You talk to the radio station, say, "Hey, look, we were covered recently in the newspaper." That's already a leg up in most producers' books, because they're like, "Oh, hang on, this has already got some public airtime. Why? It must have been an interesting story. Let's have a look." And then you get a little bit of airtime. We're actually on the radio tonight with the kids, and I pre-set it up with the radio show. And so we actually talked about what we were doing with the producer of the show. He said, "Yep, that's fine." We had the, you know, the announcer say, "Yep, no worries." He spoke to me about what the campaign was for about, you know, 30 seconds or so. And then he passed the phone over to one of our campaign kids and had a chat with her for a little while. And that was great. You know, it went across really, really well, 3 or 4 minutes, but bang, that automatically hits our funding page and, you know, coverage and all that sort of stuff. So that's how you leverage the media.
Okay, so Michael, you made the videos, you put them on and had them unlisted, which is brilliant. Everybody feels special. They don't feel like they're just mass, you know, approached. And then out of the number of videos that you sent out to media, what would you say was the response rate? Did you get very many people respond, or did you only get like one?
Okay, here's my answer. That was very, very, very good result. Absolutely nothing. We got nothing out of it. Absolutely nothing. Here's the trick. People think the media is like this magic pill, and all of a sudden you do something special and people will fall all over you. It doesn't happen that way. You have to follow up. So I was ringing these producers saying, hey, did you see that video we sent the other day? We shot this thing just for you, for these kids. And I'm having these producers go, oh, yeah, I remember that video. That was really cute. That was great. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, why didn't you give us a call, you moron? What's going on? Call us. So despite the fact that we went to all that effort, despite the fact that we had a great campaign with wonderful kids and it was very colourful and creative and out of the box, you still got to do your follow-up.
You know, and
we didn't get any calls until we called them.
It's funny, Michael, because we get a bunch of requests to be on the show as well, and you know, we can't always get to all of them, or the timing isn't always the right. And those that do follow up tend to get put right back into the coffers again. And so isn't that true, though? As in anything in business, we do this one thing. We send out a mailer, maybe we do some videos, we send an email, we do a one thing.
Then we wait for the phones to ring, and when they don't, I tried that and it didn't work.
When we say it didn't work, and yet no matter what we do, it has to be in the follow-up.
That's right. That's right. I mean, they always say the fortune's in the follow-up, so there's no difference here. So here's the top 3 tips, okay, when you're trying to work with leveraging the media. Number 1, pitch your story with different angles. Remember that different media outlets are interested in different things, and if you find a particular outlet that's willing to cover your story, you've got to have an angle that works for them. Be willing to change your story to fit in with what their target audience is. The other thing is, you know, you want to personalize your pitch, you know, as we talked about with the videos. Personalize it as much as possible. And number 3, get a specific domain name. You know, what we did is we actually got a domain name that we could use on air. So rather than saying, hey, go to our crowdfunding page on Indiegogo.com/blah, blah, 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 we just gave them a very simple link online that we got from GoDaddy. Hey, thanks for donating.com.au. That's it. And so on air, very simple to share, and people can go straight to that link and check it out. By the way, Eric, I think you should check out thanksfordonating.com.au. Drop in $20 for the kids there, and you know, by all means, support them in their campaign.
You're my friend, and I cannot say no to you, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us.
Do you usually say no to your friends?
No.
Oh.
No.
Now, do the math on that one. We just turned one. That was a world twist right there. All right. Hey, Michael, michaeldrusso.com. Thanks so much for coming in today, man. We appreciate you.
No worries. Keep smiling. See you next week.
All right. We'll be back after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
I remember the moment. I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
Several of us were working to rescue a family.
The house collapsed on top of the cellar door and trapped them.
We had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out.
We helped a lot of people out.
It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Because I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
Be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Jason Lewis here, America's Mr. Right, and I found a new home in Denver on the Colorado Conservative, weeknights from 7 to 10 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show, where Angel and I like to remind you that we did get here as fast as we could. This is the revolution in how people treat people in business. To what extent do people trust the forms of marketing and or advertising that you are employing?
You know, it's an interesting conversation to talk about the whole idea of trust, because the conversation around people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Yep.
Where does trust come into play when you aren't physically there having that conversation? So before they've met you, before they've heard of you, before they've had some word-of-mouth marketing and been introduced to you, you have a lot of options to put your brand out into the marketplace.
Absolutely.
To get those eyes and ears.
And people pay for them all over the place to see if, you know, they get their message out. Well, Nelson Global Trust in Advertising did a survey, and we thought we'd bring some of these results to you because they may actually validate your experience, and you may go, oh. So now, kind of the new thing, everybody's walking around with a smartphone, right? We've got our mobile phones, our smartphones, we're on the go, and text marketing has become kind of the thing, right? The catchphrase is 95% of all texts are read.
Are read, because right now, remember when we first had email?
Sure.
95% of all your emails were read as well, because the only person that had your email address was somebody you knew personally.
Well, and people now get your phone number for free and go text those, but you can't stop the text incoming because you see it.
You see it.
It's like a postcard. You can't ignore what you see.
See the text ads on your phone, and about 30% of the population, 29%, actually trust the ads that they get sent to them directly on their mobile phone.
Did you say 29%?
29% of the people trust them.
That's all?
Well, you know what? It's brand new, and we're not always sure. I think where it comes from is, how did they get my number?
It's 10 years old.
How'd they get my number?
Yeah.
I think that's where the uncertainty comes from, because if they've never heard of you, not sure where, and am I being stalked or something?
How about those online banner ads? Those things. Only 33% really are trusting in those.
So if you've never seen it before and this is your first impression, it was just from an online ad, again, about 30%, a third of the people feel like it's trustworthy. Where it starts to get up in trust is ads that are in your search engine results. So you've typed in something, you're kind of already looking for, maybe you've got a cookie on your computer that kind of leans you towards this.
I never looked for swimsuits.
That's what you said.
I never did. It just
showed up. And so 40% people trust the ads that show up in your search engine results, which is the same as a product placement in a TV. So if you see an actor or something on a set,
an athlete carrying a Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So it's the same level of trust that if you have a product placement in a TV show as those search engine result ads online, which is kind of interesting. The ads before movies get a 41% trust, and so they're starting to get a little bit more increase because of where they are, what you're watching, and it's probably a little bit more targeted towards your demographic. I think is part of why the trust is going up.
Well, absolutely, and you keep in mind as we're talking about your initial experience with an ad, of course, over repetition as you listen to the messaging, as the ad changes and adapts to whatever the marketplace is, that trust level goes up. Remember, you're building the know, like, and trust, and so ads on radio, 42% people say they trust completely or somewhat the ads they hear on the radio. Now, if you're on a show similar to ours, where it's consumer driven and customer experience focused, most, I think, people would say that they trust the commercials during these 2 hours more than that 42%.
Well, because
but it's a general saying.
Yeah, as consumer opinions are often highly trusted. They're at like that 70% if somebody else's opinion. And so when you get somebody that's actually interacting, the trust goes up on those in the radio. So it's somebody that you're listening to, you hear their voice, now that consumer opinion increases.
Here's something I found interesting for opt-in emails. All right, think about this. Emails that you actually sign up for, right? Only 50% of the people actually trust the content coming back to them.
The email I signed up for.
You signed up for. Now, not the one you did not sign up for. If I give you my business card.
I did not sign up for your newsletter.
Thank you. But if you go to a place and say, you know what, I want to follow you. I opt into your communication service. Only 50% of the people actually trusting the content. It is.
That is funny because you signed up for it. You would think it'd be way higher.
I choose you, but I don't trust you.
But you know what, though? The way that we sign up for emails these days isn't necessarily completely opt-in. You're at the store. You're purchasing something. Can I have your email address?
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily opting in to sign up.
They don't say, that we're going to send you something every day for the next 10 years.
But they're capturing. We're all into capturing email addresses and finding out and then sending it. So I can see why it's still in that 50%, which is right there in line with ads on television, brand sponsorship. So if you're sponsoring the Little League team or a golf tournament or something like that, where your brand is sponsoring something, that's kind of right up there in that 50%.
Start to see a shift closer to the 60%. About 58% of the people who say I trust editorial content, that you see in newspaper articles, that kind of thing, as well as branded websites. People that have taken a stand on a certain topic or an issue.
And of course, we all know. And this is what we all shoot for, is that word-of-mouth marketing, right? Other people saying something about us. Though we have to create a system. If we're going to put all of our eggs in this basket, just because most people trust it, it's an immediate, there isn't a sales process involved in this. Like if I refer you and you're looking for that product, that recommendation from somebody I know, it's a 92%. It's a very high trust. there's a lot of trust built in because I trust the person I'm hearing it from. And so as we go back down the line, so consumer opinions posted online, a lot of trust because we don't think that person's being bought for their opinion, and we can trust it because it's unbiased. But as we go back down the line and we go back to those text ads on the mobile phones, how do we increase our trust? How do we increase the trust factor when we're sponsoring, when we're putting our brand, when we're marketing and we're campaigning? And it goes back to the relationship.
Keep in mind that some, all statistics are meant to be taken with a grain of salt. There's no cookie cutter experience.
No, because I think about 68% of all statistics are made up on the spot.
Absolutely. But I want to share something in the closing moment of our show here. And you might see this on your Facebook pages. Facebook pages have a system of ratings, right? And I found that our rating dropped from 5 stars to 4.9 stars. And I wanted to find out, what that was. Well, Facebook would not allow me to see, as the administrator of our Facebook page, would not allow me to see any negative posts. So I had to log out of as myself and log in as somebody else. A friend of mine logged in and went looking, and sure enough, I could see all we got 2 3-star reviews. Here's the thing. We don't even know those people. One person is in Arizona, never heard of us, never. In fact, the question was, who is Experience Pros and what do they represent? That was their review of us. And the other one was in the Philippines. Don't know them, have no connection to them whatsoever. Don't sweat the small stuff. Be consistent, because your consistency is going to take all those statistics and give it a boost in the credibility department. There's your thoughts on developing trust and the forms of advertising. Remember, word of mouth is always the best. Do you have a strategy, a system? We do, and we can help you with that. If you're more interested in that, you can find the book, Lists That Save My Business. That will help you on Amazon. Lists That Save My Business. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we want to say thank you for tuning into this, the first hour of the Experience Pros radio show. We've got a whole nother hour coming up for you, but in the next couple of seconds, in fact, in the next 20 seconds, give somebody a kiss. A 20-second kiss stands for kindness is so simple.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ. Hey, Denver, Dave Ramsey here. I started my career in real estate more than 35 years ago, and if there's one thing my clients appreciated, it was total honesty. It can be hard to find a real estate agent you trust, and even harder to find someone willing to explain all the details. That's why my endorsed local providers are people you can count on. They can't buy my recommendation. It's earned. These agents have the heart of a teacher and want to make sure you're in financial control when you buy or sell a home. In the past year, Denver home prices have climbed 10%. If you're trying to sell your house or if you're debt-free and ready to buy, this is an active market. Mortgage rates are still low and demand is now high. Go to DaveRamsey.com and click on Endorsed Local Providers to find the top agents in your area who are ready and willing to help you buy or sell your next home. They'll give you advice you can trust and will help you navigate the entire process. That's DaveRamsey.com for expert real estate agents you can count on.
This is the legendary KLZ, AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster.
You are the first class to graduate since 9/11 who may not be sent into combat in Iraq or Afghanistan.
President Obama defending his foreign policy during a commencement address at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, saying the U.S. needs to devote more attention to domestic priorities after more than a decade of war. Former Deputy Chief of Staff Karl Rove on Fox News saying the president's plan is a joke.
President Obama's speech today is going to further disappoint our allies. They're shaking their heads in capitals all around the world, and it is going to embolden our adversaries. Putin is sitting in the Kremlin laughing.
Obama proposing a new $5 billion fund effort to work with partner nations on counterterrorism efforts. 3 top VA representatives asked to appear before a House committee in a rare evening hearing set for tonight. The VA has yet to confirm they'll be there. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
Everyone is making the switch to the Blaze to make it their source for the truth. Why not make it your source for the truth? Make theblaze.com your homepage for news that the other outlets won't even touch. Subscribe to The Blaze TV at theblaze.com/TV or on Dish Network and get access to original programming like For the Record, a show that exposes what's really going on that the government doesn't want you to know. And Real News, the daily conversation on the topics of the day that matter most. Check out the Blaze Radio Network at theblaze.com/radio with original shows like Buck Sexton, The Morning Blaze with Doc Thompson, Pat and Stu, and Jay Severin. Or, if you need something to hold in your hands, subscribe to the Blaze magazine. So basically, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. This is the Blaze. Truth lives here. So just to recap, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. Find out all the ways at theblaze.com.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. Did you hear about the longest commercial in history?
Ooh, the longest commercial in history. So
Yep.
it's not like an infomercial, right? Because
No,
those can last all day
In fact,
long,
it's
right?
unlike any commercial you've ever seen.
All right, yeah. Okay, so how long is the longest commercial?
13 hours.
That's not a commercial.
It is now.
It's like a mini-series.
13 hours with no commercial breaks because it is the commercial.
At what point is it no longer a commercial? There's got to be a line where no longer is it a commercial, but now it's a program. 13 hours?
13 hours.
Is it something new? Like the whole thing takes 13 hours,
It's
or is it
new.
like a?
No, it's just
No,
a
what do you-
13-hour video. They put a camera.
13-hour. Okay.
Arby's,
Arby's, like the roast beef people.
the roast beef people, put a camera on the outside of the oven watching their new smokehouse brisket cook for 13 hours over real hickory wood.
Okay, so you're watching, kind of like watching water boil.
Yeah.
You're watching the brisket, and it took 13
Smoke,
hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And okay, and here's somebody tweeting. Here's one of our favorite scenes from the
Right.
13-hour brisket commercial.
Hey,
Feel
that-
the drama.
And that's 6 hours in, and it hadn't changed. Might have shrunk a little bit. But here's the deal. The CMO of Arby's Restaurant Group says this over to Rapid TV News. Says, if there was ever any doubt that we actually pit smoke our brisket for 13 hours over real hickory wood, this ad makes it pretty mouth-wateringly clear what we do. You know, in the history of stunts to get people to talk about you, this is going to go down as one of the longest. And, they're actually streaming their broadcast currently again for those who missed
The first one.
the 13
So
hour.
is it a repeat, or is this a new
No,
a new
this
brisket?
is well, I don't know. Who could tell? But 13hour brisket.com, you can go check it out for yourself. For all those of you, including you, Missy, who doubt my news prowess,
Yeah.
there it is. 13hour brisket.com, you can check it out.
Wait.
Mhm. You're welcome.
Okay, well, how does this solve me doubting my doubtness?
Because you can show that I can prove that this is really happening, and it's there. 13hourbrisket.com. You know, it's getting people to talk about them. It's successful in that. Like everything else, it'll probably be short-lived as far as the
You
value.
think so? You never know. The things that people latch onto are not usually what we expect. And so, you know, the brilliance of, I think, the 13-hour campaign, if there is the simplicity of it. Probably the budget was pretty simple. Those that are interested may or may not tune in. You're obviously not going to watch it for 13 hours, but just to know that it is there and gives you something to talk about and the purpose behind it. We really do cook it, and look, we can show it to you, and here it is. What though? Here's the thing. How can you be snoring? You, of all people, this is what I think you would watch.
I would watch it for about 13 seconds. And
No.
Oh,
no.
That's a brisket.
No.
And it's
I imagine
cooking.
you, Mr. Food, Mr. Belly, who just, I need to eat something. You could fall asleep to the brisket. Was there sound?
No, I don't know if there was sound or not.
I would think you would wake up in the night and you would check the progress.
You misunderstand me
of your
altogether.
brisket.
I just want to put something in my mouth.
I know, but I think you are their target. You are like the ideal audience for them cooking their brisket.
I found the story and brought it to you because that's the kind of news that we have here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. We got a great rest of the show for you. Don't go away. Angel and Eric, the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Ken Clark, Jason Worley, Grassroots Radio Colorado, this afternoon at 5 on KLZ 560, The Source.
This is Angie Austin. Catch the good news with Angie Austin weekdays over on our sister station, 810 KLVZ. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
No, I don't like this song. I don't want to have this song on here at all. I can't. Hi, how you doing? I'm feeling great. Everything is happy. Everything. I feel zen.
You're like on an emotional roller coaster.
Can't help it.
All right,
What you got?
we are going to talk about emotions, and we often talk about emotions in, decisions that we make, like emotional eating, or, we make a purchase and we get all emotional about it, and our emotions get in the way sometimes of being smart and prudent. But did you ever think about your emotions getting in the way of your investing?
Say what?
Well, our next guest is financial advisor Matthew Schaefer. He says emotional investing is a problem that needs to be recognized society-wide, and I think he's talking to you, Eric. Matt, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Matt, I apologize for the intro, but
the emotional outburst.
I couldn't help it. Hey, is there really? So when we're talking about finances, there are two things that I know cause divorces more than anybody else or anything else, and that's finances and the
finances.
Finances, pretty much. And we're very emotionally attached to this. Is there really a way to separate one's emotions? Can we cut that nerve?
You can't cut the nerve, no. It's hardwired in the deepest parts of our brain. It's there, so you can't take that route. But you can manage those emotions, and you can take certain steps around how you manage your finances to limit the detrimental impact your emotions can have.
Okay, so, I love it when we're watching kind of the graph, and we see that, we're making money and it's going up and it's going the direction we want it to go, and we're so excited and we are on board. But the second it starts going the other way,
it's the woman's fault.
We get a little frustrated, and we usually get frustrated with our spouse when it comes to this, right?
Yeah, well, fear and greed are two very powerful emotions when it comes to your money. And so what you're describing, that great feeling as things are going up and things are doing well, we get very enthusiastic and usually overly enthusiastic about those things that have been performing very well. And then we tend to own too much of those things because, as we know, all things go through cycles. So the opposite occurs during, market corrections or drops with asset groups. As they go down, we get more and more nervous, and we get more and more fearful, and then we want to sell those things that have gone down when, in fact, they're now cheap in price.
Matt,
they're on sale, right?
Correct. Yep.
Matt, this seems to me to be a place where a third party, less emotionally attached entity would be able to help in
yeah, I have no problems with telling Eric what to do with his money.
It's funny you say that. So yeah, the emotions are strongest with our own money. So if you can put some distance between your investments and your emotions, and oftentimes that means having an advisor or a second opinion in the middle before you make rash decisions. That is step number one.
All right. So then, do you see some common pitfalls? People almost always seem to fall into this or that trap. The emotional temptations.
Well, those are the biggest pitfalls. We tend to move towards areas that have been doing very well. Therefore, they're very expensive. We tend to overweight those investments, the hot stocks or the hot sectors, and then we tend to panic and get out of things when they're going through a trough. And the research is so consistent on this. Any way it's been studied or measured, we know that most human beings do not experience the rate of return they should experience from their investments. And the only explanation for that is because they move in and out of them at the wrong times.
And again, when we're moving in and out because of the emotional attachment or the fear or the excitement, right? It's usually that emotional reason of why we're in and out, not necessarily logic-based.
Correct. You know, these emotional responses are in the very, very primitive parts of our brain. You know, they serve us a purpose in more simple times. So when we saw danger, we quickly emotionally acted, run away from it, and vice versa. When we saw something attractive or food, we moved towards it. And we were able to make that recognition and react instantaneously without thinking. Mm-hmm. With investments, you do need logic. You need second-order thinking. You know, things are down and they're cheap, and I might make money on them. That's sort of a two-step decision. But our emotional brains just aren't wired for that environment. So that's why investors, if they could focus on how to manage these emotional responses, that's a big part of the battle.
Well, and Matt, you've written quite a bit about this in your book, The Future of Your Wealth, and we'd like to get our listeners to pick up a copy of that. Where can we send them to find a copy of your book?
The simplest thing is to go to the book's website, which is www.mattschafer.us.
mattschafer.us, and that's spelled S-H-A-F-E-R, Matt Schafer.
That's correct.
.us. Well, Matt,
and then there are links to Amazon and all the normal sources where you can find the book.
You bet. Love that. Love having you on the show. Thanks for kind of navigating. I feel more even keeled now.
And I'm going to tell you how to spend your money.
That never changes. All right, Matt. Thanks again. We appreciate you, folks.
Thanks, guys. Yep. Have a good one.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the Orange Effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame Art. The experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame Art. 303-722-1525. 303-722-1525. Located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame Art. It matters.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dr. Gary Donovitz. At BioT Medical, we've developed the most effective way to balance your hormones. And unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams that come with many negative and dangerous side effects, bioidentical natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, the right choice, the safe choice.
Dennis Miller here. Be sure to tune in for the Dennis Miller Show, where we talk politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Our guests are the best you'll hear on radio. It's radio you can trust right here on the Dennis Miller Show.
Tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Dennis Miller Show, right here on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. Time for business tips and insights. And, of course, we always hear from Cheryl Braunschweiger with ALMC Mortgage. All loans must close.
And they do. And Cheryl is dynamite when answering your questions that have to do with anything around financing or refinancing your home. And I think a lot of times people make an assumption as to how much they can afford or whether or not they qualify. You know, all of a sudden we become our own experts, or we let the person in the cubicle next to us become an expert on us qualifying for a mortgage or a refinance.
Oh, gosh. Just like Cheryl do it.
You know what? And it's a quick conversation. She'll ask you the right questions, find out the information. She knows the questions to ask, and she knows the information that you need. For example, some of the things you might need to gather when you're getting ready for your mortgage.
Okay, I'm ready. You got a list?
Yes. Well, Cheryl has a list on her website, CherylAnswers.com. which is a regular blog that she contributes to, and they're super quick, super easy. You can get most of your questions answered really quickly on her blog, CherylAnswers.com. Of course, you can also call her at 303-696-6933, but the very first thing you're going to need is a valid driver's license. Eric, when's the last time you checked the expiration date on your driver's license?
I just had my driver's license renewed. So
did you?
Yeah.
I actually remember the last time mine needed to be renewed. Somebody asked for ID, and she says, you know, this expired a month ago.
Oh.
I had no idea my driver's license had expired, so it's a good time.
Yeah, I'm not pleased with the picture, though.
Your picture is bad?
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
Do you still have hair in that picture?
Not as much as I used to.
Well, no kidding. But you had some.
You know, they take them every 10 years. You're
going to need a secondary ID, a passport, a social security card. Again, a lot of this is to comply with the Patriot Act.
Okay.
You're going to need a month of pay stubs.
Is that all?
If you're paid hourly or salary. Now,
just 1 month's pay stubs?
Well, no, if you're self-employed,
yeah,
it's a little different. And here's something that is really interesting. As a self-employed person, you tend to take a lot of tax breaks, right? You probably have your accountant that works with you to get you into a lower tax bracket. You probably don't claim all of your income.
Those are great for April 15.
Yeah, but
Not
if
so
you
much.
are going to be anywhere in the future of buying a new home or refinancing a home, you actually want to call Cheryl and find out how much back information, how far back you have to go, because you probably want to adjust the stated income on your W-2s.
Couple of years signed federal tax returns, 2 months of bank statements, and if you've got a copy of the contract that for the home that you're buying, get that, bring it to her, and she'll take it over. Look it over, and make sure that everything is legit and everything is going to be good.
She's a listie. You are going to love her.
Yeah.
Give her a call at 303-696-6933. Again, 303-696-6933, or follow her blog at CherylAnswers.com. You can also find her at ALMCmortgage.com, and ALMC stands for All Loans Must Close.
And they do.
All right, fabulous. All right, so our next biz tip comes to us from Jack Loudon with Riviera Finance, and we say, if you don't know Riviera Finance,
you don't know Jack.
Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon or morning. How are you guys doing today?
We crack ourselves up.
I noticed that.
Jack, what's going on, man?
I'm going to kind of follow up with how you did with Cheryl when you said contracts.
Yeah.
In my experiences with helping business owners get their financing and increasing their cash flow, one of the things that I always ask for, do you have contracts with your clients? You are providing a service or a product, and it should state, what you're going to do and what, and how soon they're going to pay
It's an awful lot of paperwork involved,
and not only
Jack.
that, but do you find, Jack, that some small businesses say, well, we prefer to do a handshake and an eyeball and a a word is good?
You just write me a check and I'll do the job.
Right. We'll just, what do you need me to do? We'll go do it.
Yeah.
And then I'll just send you an invoice.
Yeah.
Therein lies the problem. You send an invoice, you're 30 days out, you're 45 days out, before you know it, you're not getting paid. And maybe you have spent money on the front side, right?
Correct.
You've earned the work, you've earned the money.
You've had to make payroll. You've had to buy raw materials.
Yeah.
And then you are, like we've talked before, you're given an unsecured loan, because I doubt if you ran a credit check on them or anything like that. But I advise them and I ask for, do you have a contract or some type of agreement in place with your customers showing, well, specifically terms of payment?
Yeah, expectations, terms.
Exactly. And you would be surprised how many don't have something in place. And they may just be afraid of, lawyer legalese, and they don't want to, and they're just so happy to get the job, right? They just don't want to go through that. But it doesn't have to be a 15-page document. It could just be something, get your personal attorney or whoever to draw up, a standard contract or agreement, just saying what it is that you're going to do and the expectations and the requirements for getting paid for that.
And it's a smart business move to say these are the expectations for getting paid. And I think we do. We kind of go into it eyes shut and just assume that they're going to pay us maybe the day of service or right away. And it can get to be 30 days behind, 60 days behind. And if they paid you this month, but they were 30 days behind, they still owe this month's payment. They're thinking, well, I just paid you. Well, yeah, but that was for a payment that was due 30 days ago.
Right.
Yeah.
What I found is if you have terms that are 30 days, net 30 as an example, net 30 is going to turn into net 45.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Net 45 is going to turn into net 60.
Yep.
Yeah, at least.
60 turns into 90, and before you know it, you are over, which is where Riviera Finance comes in. You guys at Riviera Finance can come in, and the catchphrase of the day is, you've earned it, right? You've already earned that money. Well, why don't you get paid today?
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Earned it, get paid.
That's what you can do for them.
Right. And I talk with a lot of customers or clients of mine that I'll just say, let me ask you a question. If you called up your client and said, if you pay me tomorrow, I'll knock 3 to 5% off the invoice.
If you pay it in full.
If you pay it in full. Would you do that?
Most people would say in a heartbeat.
Yeah. To get paid right away? Yeah.
That's what we do.
There you go.
It's as simple as that. We're going to pay you tomorrow for the work that you've already earned and the job that you've completed.
And for that service of getting that immediate cash inflow, we'll knock 3 to 5%.
Yeah. Our fees are going to be, between 3 and 5%. I always tell the budget, it could be as low as 2, it could be as high as 6. I mean, it all depends on, there's a lot of different variables to go in there. But, it's just, if, you plan
But you don't have to pay a staff person to hunt this down and to chase after the accounts receivables. I mean, there's a full-time staff person probably on hand in many cases.
Correct, and you could have that staff person, instead of chasing for money, chasing for business.
Yeah, and that's money of a different sort. Love that, Jack. Where do we find more information for you and Riviera Finance?
Certainly. They can, any questions, anybody give me a call at 303-409-7706. They can email me at jlouden, L-O-U-D-E-N, at riverafinance.com. They can go on our website at riverafinance.com. My information, contact information, there's information about our company. We've been in business since 1969, helping companies over 40 years grow their business.
Billions of dollars already given out this year.
I don't know about billions, but lots. Yeah. We purchased $1 billion last year of invoices.
Over 300,000 invoices have already been factored through Riviera Finance. They've helped over 25,000 businesses get back on their feet again, and I think cash flow is such a big deal. So check them out. They are such a great asset to our listeners and probably companies that you know. RivieraFinance.com, and that phone number one more time.
Certainly, it's 303-409-7706.
Just remember, if you don't know Riviera Finance,
you don't know Jack.
We'll be back after this.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Burt Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Burt Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Burt Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Burt directly, 970-485-5955.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
Laura Ingram, tomorrow morning at 8, here on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Can I just stay here and play the air guitar?
Well, I was watching you.
I got it down. I know every note. I know every string. Yeah.
Don't quit your day job. Well, we are having a great show today, and in studio we have with us Marty Reiswig from Good Fit Homes, and Marty's got an incredible offer. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the housing market. Marty, welcome to the show.
Hello, Eric and Angel. How are you?
We're doing fantastic, Marty. Thanks for coming in. I would love having you in the studio. And man, you are tearing it up with Good Fit Homes. You're just rocking it. What is going on in the market, and why is everybody gravitating to you?
Well, thanks for having me on, first of all. And
absolutely.
You know, the marketplace a few years ago, it was like a go-kart race. Just about anybody could get in, but couldn't go very fast, couldn't win much of a prize, and it didn't. I shouldn't say it didn't take a professional realtor, but nowadays the market is going so fast. I mean, imagine getting into an Indy car with a non-professional driver. You know, you just don't want to do that.
Do that every morning with Angel driving to work.
Hey, now.
Damn.
I'm a very safe driver.
Me, look out for me.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Just stay out of my way.
I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on in the market, but it's definitely an IndyCar race out there, folks. The values are up 8% since this time last year.
Wow.
2 years ago, your house was worth 21% less than it is today. So on a typical $200,000 house, that's $50,000.
I know. I'm so excited. There's a house for sale on my street, and I can't wait to find out what it sells for.
That's right.
I'm way excited. I was not excited about that last year when a house went on the market last year.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Now you're thinking like, ooh, I could go get a home equity line of credit, buy that new swimming pool I want. You know.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Well, that's a huge leap.
Yeah, it's a huge leap. And frankly, what we've done is simply rebounded 5 years of depression, you know, in about 18 months. And so you can't continue that trend, obviously. I mean,
why not?
Because we'd find ourselves in the exact same place in 2006.
All right.
Fair enough.
So it's a good time to sell those homes.
It's a perfect time to sell your house. And everybody asks, well, if the prices are back up, then I don't want to buy. Well, that's just it. This is the perfect time to sell the house that you've been wanting to sell the last couple of years but couldn't because the interest rates are still low.
Well, and chances are, because history is not going to try to repeat itself too quickly here,
right?
Where we're going to learn our lesson, like you said, it's not sustainable. So it's going to go up, but it's not going to go up as accelerated as it is now. We've adjusted. Right?
Correct.
And chances are it's a perfect time to buy as well because it's not likely to go back down so significantly.
Exactly. Honest to goodness, Eric, if my wife would let me sell my house, I would right now.
Does she know that?
Yes.
She does now.
Yeah, she said no.
Oh, okay. All right.
But and here's why. I could get top dollar for my house now that I never could before.
Right.
And I could turn around and buy a bigger house, one or two more beds, an extra bath, and then because of today's interest rates and take the equity from my current home, I could turn around and have the same exact monthly mortgage payment on a bigger, better house that I'm paying right now. Right? Does that make sense?
Are you listening? Denver? It's amazing.
Yeah, so it's really a good time. And frankly, that's why you need a good realtor. A lot of people lately are saying, well, the market's hot, I'm just going to go for sale by owner. Okay, that's your prerogative.
Oh my God, that scares the bejeebies out of me.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of litigation that you could get yourself into. But frankly, if you hire a professional real estate agent who does a really good job marketing, doing a good job professionally.
You might as well do your own root canal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
right? You should be freaked out about that.
And if a realtor does a good job for you, frankly, you'll net more money than if you didn't hire them in the first place.
And net more sleep and less stress.
Oh, yeah.
And the hassle. I mean, you think about the hours that you work off the clock kind of for your clients. Yeah. It's never like in the most convenient time. You're getting calls late at night. You're probably doing stuff on the weekends. You're setting up. You're coordinating. It takes a village.
It does.
I'm sorry. I'm getting all riled up for you. Don't sell your own home.
Just
it's just
good
stupid.
fit homes. That's all.
That's right. Yeah, just one call. So, I will tell you today, I am running a special just for today only for brand new clients. Last time I got on here, I had like 6 people call me like, "Hey, you're helping me sell my house right now. Do I get that deal?" No.
We're in process, and I'm listening.
That's right. That's right. So brand new clients today only. I'll give you $1,000 back at closing if we close by August 1st, which is very doable. So here's a quick story. I put a guy on the market. He was a little single-family home attached, actually, so it's kind of a townhome thing, and we put him on the market on a Thursday, and I specifically have a strategy where I keep a house on the market for at least the weekend, collect all offers, and we choose the highest and best one on Monday evening. Sometimes it gets into
a bidding war.
It takes a weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. I kid you not. We put the place on the market on a Thursday at 11:30. In 2 minutes, we had our first showing. In 2 hours, we had our first offer that was full price. And in 3 days, we had 3 full price over asking full price offers. And so we were able to choose from, and actually one guy came in at cash, but he was like 10 grand too low.
All right.
So it's,
choices though.
Oh my gosh. It's a feeding frenzy right now. Now, if you're one of my buyers, be patient because we're going to have to see a lot more homes and write a lot more offers.
Right.
Unless you're a really strong buyer and you're willing to go over asking price every single time.
And that's the market we're in right now is the houses are typically selling a little bit over the asking price and
going quick. There's a lot of offers that they have to choose from.
So we simply have more buyers than we do sellers.
So you and your spouse are thinking about moving, either upgrading your home or moving across town or across the street or wherever it may be. And Marty, you're gonna write a $1,000 check if the phone rings and they say, something, I like your style. I think where we're going is wherever you're going to take us. Let's do this thing today.
Yeah, and I do that $1,000 just to kind of perk your interest. But frankly, I'm going to do a good job for you any day of the week.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that you're a client for life, and I help you and your friends and your family and everybody else. So that's how we've grown our team so quickly. I just started in real estate 3 years ago, and I learned when real estate was tough and when I could only work with buyers and investors and things like that. And I learned real quickly what does attract a buyer to a home. And the very first thing is pictures. I will tell you, Eric and Angel, I spend more money on the photographer for one of my listings than the national average realtor spends on marketing the entire house.
It's not just some guy going in with his iPhone?
Right.
No,
absolutely not.
You don't know, and now because the houses aren't staying on the market as long, are you still taking all those pictures?
I hire the same exact person, the same company, and they're phenomenal. And so what happens is people are at home, they're on their iPads or whatever, and they're looking through houses.
You bet.
The very first thing they see, because they've already decided what price range and area, and then their search criteria pops up, the results of their search. The first thing they look at is that photo. And if it's not, if it doesn't grab your attention, make you want to at least go visit the house, you've already lost and you never got a chance.
It's the difference between Uncle Lou's photography and Darren Overstreet taking a photo of you. It's night and day.
There you go.
Well, and having those fabulous photos. Okay, so if you call Marty, and this is kind of like his litmus test to make sure you guys are listening to the show, he's going to give you $1,000 cash back if you call today and you close by August 1st. And again, this is his new client, so if you're already working with Marty, he's just going to take you out to dinner.
There you go.
720-891-9000. Again, 720-891-9000. 720-891-9000. You have an incredible team behind you, making sure that you guys just do a bang-up job for all of your clients every day. And you guys are just amazing. You're on top of things. You're offering an incredible customer experience. They are listed on the Extreme Customer Service directory, so you know that their clients say fabulous things about them. And it's just an awesome time. It is an awesome time to be out there getting into a beautiful home.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have one more question that people ask me a lot right now, and that is, well, Marty, if the prices are going up, shouldn't I hold on and wait and sell next summer? And there's a huge reason why I personally would not do that.
All right, tell us.
The reason is interest rates, okay? So right now, we are a month past the announcement of the Fed, and they have announced that they are no longer going to hold interest rates down. They've been buying up mortgage-based securities. They've been doing all kinds of things to help boost our economy and keep interest rates down. They announced a month ago they're not going to do that anymore. Interest rates have still vacillated around 4.5%, But
there's no guarantees.
Oh man, because of the marketplace being what it is, and yes, Denver is ahead of the nation, but the nation is seeing the same inventory shortage and prices going up. Those interest rates won't stay low for very long. I predict, and my
with your crystal ball,
my crystal ball is very foggy.
Yes,
but my crystal ball does say we're going to have higher interest rates by at least a point by next summer. That's my and you lose an entire bed and bath with that interest rate.
There's a way to think about that.
My first house was an 8% interest rate. Marty.
Yeah. The 10-year average is 7. So even 4.5 today is fantastic money.
Absolutely. Your contact information, the phone number to call, please.
Sure. Actually, for fun, if you're on your mobile phone, you can dial ** good fit.
** good fit.
Yep. And that'll ring my cell phone.
Or
you
so
can just
fancy.
just call my cell phone
It's
number
so fancy.
at 720
You can dial like that?
891 9000. Again, that's 720-891-9000. I appreciate the time, guys.
Check them out at goodfithomes.com or on the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory. Love having you in the studio, man. You are a rock star in the in the business.
Yeah, get your $1,000 from Marty.
Can I get one more shout out real fast?
Quick.
The gentleman who helps me out with this spot is Aaron Redfern. He's my preferred lender. He does a fantastic job. He can close deals in 15 days.
Yeah.
He can close deals in 15 days.
He's like, 15 minutes,
Right.
Marty.
Aaron Redfern at Supreme Lending. Thanks, Aaron.
Absolutely. We appreciate Aaron.
Do you want to
as
give
well.
his contact information? No, you don't.
I'd have
Aaron
to get it off my
Redfern
cell
at
phone.
Supreme Lending. You can find Aaron also on the Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com. Got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about your customer service and what big companies are doing that maybe we should be listening to on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
I'll never forget that moment.
Never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
It started with a phone call.
I got the text when I was at work.
My first call ever as a member of the National Guard. This was it, the real deal.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires, how they were getting dangerously close to homes.
It was amazing to be a part of this massive operation. Helicopters were going up with huge buckets to drop water on the fires. Some of the guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
We went out in Humvees to help with the evacuations.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com. Discover what it means to be a citizen soldier, to serve locally as well as globally. Look into the benefits, including career skills and money for college. Take a moment. Go to NationalGuard.com today.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dennis Miller, tonight at 10 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. I don't know that I should tell you this, but sometimes when I take a shower, this is the music I rock.
You listen to music in the shower?
I do.
Do you?
In excess.
Do you have like a shower radio kind of thing? Well, then how do you...
My phone or my iPad. I've got something really cool called a megaphone.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
use that?
you bet I do.
Ow.
So it's a little swag piece that you can plop your phone into, and it's got like a megaphone that comes out of it and amplifies massively your thing. And I'm sure the neighbors don't care for it at 6 a.m., but ask me if I care.
All right, well, so now you know Charlie.
Yeah.
This is his shower music.
In excess.
Squeaky clean.
It's not always, but actually today I was listening to this song on, yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about your customer experience.
Where did he just go?
Happy place.
Okay.
Talk about your customer experience.
Yeah, let's. Some other experience.
Yeah, you know, there are some of the bigger companies, you know, the world's most beloved companies, have cultural issues that maybe we can learn from. For instance, let's talk about Amazon. You know Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, you know what? He was just over for dinner the other night.
Right, and as he was, as you were doing the aperitif service, Jeff leaves, he says this, he periodically leaves one seat open at a conference table, and he informs all the attendees at that particular meeting that they should consider that seat occupied by their customer, who is, quote, the most important person in the room.
Interesting. I wonder if, you know, if at certain points of the meeting, if they kind of turn to said empty seat and, you know, kind of imagine and picture a person sitting there and how their response would be. Like if they could, you get that visual in your head and actually, you know, like really like embrace that.
Right. You know, if you're going to role play, I might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the case or not, but I like the concept behind it because, again, we have to be cognizant of the fact that you can have the best widget, the best system, the best process, any of those things together, best staff, doesn't matter. If you don't have customers, you've got an expensive hobby.
You know, it's interesting when we talk about different things that we're going to roll out, you know, marketing campaigns and branding and taglines and products and services and we don't always engage a customer in the conversation, you know, when we're having these discussions. And so we all kind of sit around, and I think that the sad part that ends up coming out, the result of having the conversation with the same people over and over again, and it's not necessarily including the customer, is really nothing new comes out. We shine it up, we dress it up, we make it look new, but it really isn't new. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
We really do gravitate towards what we've always done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
I had a conversation with somebody yesterday about a branding conversation, and I said, you know, this is a phrase. He's like, oh, that makes you sound like an old dinosaur. I'm like, I know, right?
Right.
But this was a customer who's not at all attached to it, had an opinion.
Yeah.
And one that we all had already come to, thank goodness, but they're just so valuable because they're not attached to the outcome like we are emotionally, but yet they are the beneficiary of the outcome big time.
Yeah, and here's another thing that Bezos talks about. And I've always said, you know, because I grew up in the restaurant industry, working in the restaurant industry, and I've always said that everybody should wait tables once in their life. I just think, yeah, I do. I think it helps you learn how to multitask. It learns how to prioritize, and get everything done. It's a fantastic. Not only that, there's something about walking into a room dirt broke and walking out of that same room just a couple hours later with $100 in your pocket. I think there's something to be said for it. Bezos of Amazon says every year he asks thousands of his managers, including himself, to attend 2 days of call center training. Call center, where customers call in and sometimes complain or deal with issues. And here's the payoff. You learn humility and empathy for that customer.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you think about, especially when there's a lot of different departments in your, in the company, and we're all an integral part. It's a chain of events that probably has to happen. And if you're so removed from one area of the company, you don't really get how that, how pieces fall into place. And so having that cross training, I think also helps develop that customer experience, that because the process it has to go through, and just having a better understanding of how we deliver our service.
Yeah, absolutely. Ritz-Carlton, there's another beloved name when it comes to customer service. We know that Ritz-Carlton, they're rolling it out right. They're doing a great job. But here's the deal. They plan for mistakes.
They what?
Right.
Nobody plans for mistakes.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say nobody. I mean, this is one of the things that got me in trouble with the old ex-wife, because I would be that one who says, okay, what could go wrong, and how do we develop plans to deal with that? Where on her side of it, it was, well, we'll deal with that if it comes, but we're going to plan for the best, hope for the best, plan for mistakes. That's been my motto. Here's what Ritz-Carlton does. In fact, here's a story that came in. It says, when my wife and I were staying at the Ritz-Carlton in Buckhead, we were waiting for a long time for our entrees, and just when my wife was about to ask about our order, the waiter appeared and gave us a tomato and mozzarella appetizer, courtesy of the chef. Look, they know when something's going wrong, and if you make a plan for it, a contingency plan, and this waiter said, you know what, you guys are really, you're killing me, it's taking a long time, let's bring this out and soothe the savage beast.
And I think that when we talk about customer service, that when everything is going right and everything's going well, the transaction's just flowing smoothly, that in many cases we get average customer service. I mean, it's not really any service has to happen there. The transaction is occurring. You're facilitating the transaction. There's not a lot of service that goes on. It's when things go wrong that you kind of separate the great from the bad, because that's when the staff can really lift it up and make sure that we handle this and we're prepared for this and take things into and account for, versus get defensive and say, sorry, too bad, and we're busy and la la la. I mean, it's really, that's kind of where customer service is made or broken.
Absolutely. So empower your employees, and if you're the only chief bottle washer, if you will, make sure that you go the extra mile to create a positive customer experience, because you can literally cut problems off at the pass if you think ahead and put your customer in that seat around the boardroom and give them a voice at your table.
I like it. And as small business, we learn from big business every day. They're not the enemy against, it's not us against them.
They're not the enemy.
Absolutely not. They started small. They've grown. They do a lot of market research and development and, consumer research. I mean, we learn so much, and they really do pave the way for small businesses to thrive.
They write your paycheck. On that note, we have to thank you on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day. We want you to know how much we truly appreciate you for tuning in, for sharing the show with others, for being a part of this, the revolution, and how people treat people in business. Please don't go to sleep or anything, because we will be back tomorrow. Well, you could sleep once. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.